Hi, I'm Mike Thornton from Pro Tools Expert. Over the summer holidays, the guys at Brainworx released this new plugin, BX Stereo Maker, and they made a very bold claim that it was completely mono compatible, and frankly I was a little skeptical. I've never come across a stereoizer, both hardware or software, that has been completely mono compatible. So here we go, let's put it to the test and find out. So what I've got here is the plugin. I'm going to reduce the image width down to nothing, and let's play it. We've got a little acoustic guitar track that was recorded via DI, so it's mono, and let's see what we can do with it. So I'm going to wind in the stereo width. And there we go. It's already stereo, and we can use this tone control, which the guys at Brainworx basically say adjust to suit the content. So let's see what happens as I move this around. And you can see as I change the frequency, apart from the processing that takes place as I move it, once it's settled down, the image width changes. Some frequencies come to the center, other frequencies go out to the edge. All you need to do is to tweak it to suit your material, just as the guys at Brainworx said. But is it mono compatible? Well, here we've got the free stereo tool from the guys at Flux, and at the moment we're in stereo, so just recall the stereo setting, we're listening to it in stereo. And now if I just recall this mono setting, all I'm doing is monoing it. And let's now change the stereo expansion and see what happens as we listen to it in mono. Does it change at all? And the answer, of course, is no, it doesn't. It is completely and utterly mono compatible. All the processing simply disappears when you mono the output, because I've got the stereo tool after the BX Stereo Maker. Now in mono, all the processing, all the stereo width cancels out, and I'm left with the original recording. So if we just go back to stereo, there we go. You can see the Lysigeuse figure, the phase scope showing us nice stereo, and we can very clearly hear it's very nice stereo. Back to mono, and everything monos out, but the sound is not changed. All the processing cancels out. Very, very, very good. So let's now take a look at a piece of speech audio, piece to camera in quite a noisy environment, and again recorded in mono.
In the summer of 2009, the PCC of the parish of St Luke met to consider how we take forward our mission.
So let's open it
It
out.
was clear to us that what we were doing currently wasn't reaching.
And then we can adjust the tone.
This area, Somerstown. There were very few people coming.
So I can make sure that the key part of the speech is actually in the centre.
We considered a proposal that I put before the PCC to move.
But the Atmos has opened out very nicely. The background Atmos has opened out really nicely, and it's just so easy to use.
Housing blocks in the area. It's one where there are lots of young families located, and this was
So let's go on to this particular track. This is a full track recorded in mono, and see how we can process that.
That's when I fell for John Cooper Clarke.
There we go, we open it out.
I took him home for a meal and a bath.
And so often with these sorts of stereoizing programs, when you push them too hard, it all gets very wide and very unpleasant. Let's see what happens with this.
Writing is poetry.
Just doesn't happen. It just opens it out really nicely, and it sounds really, really good. So let's just back it off a little bit. Now, one of the other controls that we haven't looked at is this high damping. And basically what this is going to do is just reduce the stereo width effect at high frequencies. So it just tames it off and maybe makes it sound a little bit more natural. And then finally we've got this mono frequency, so any frequencies below what it's set to are not affected by the stereo width, so they're left mono. So if you've got low frequency bass sounds, etc., which you don't want to be stereoized, then you can just set this and then all those low frequencies get left in mono. So you can see just as I turn that up now, all the bass and the kick drum are all nicely back centered and monoed. So I have to say, this is an absolutely neat little plugin. It does exactly what they said it would do, and so I'm definitely going to give this editor's choice. Well done guys at Brainworx, stunning little plugin, works really well, does exactly what you said it would do, provide a stereo effect which is completely mono compatible. 10 out of 10 guys, thank you.